Well, let's do it. What button should I press? How about the 4 key for now? Okay. So here's the idea. What we're going to do is we're going to spawn these out as instances. I think that's the smart thing. So the question is, do I want a manager for this? That's my fear right now. Should I have like a sandbag manager that just holds the information for all the sandbags, and then it can spawn all the instances, and I'm just telling it what to do, where to put them? I think that's the right thing to do. I think that's actually a fairly safe and efficient way to do it, but I could be wrong entirely. It could be the exact opposite of that. So I haven't thought it through entirely. So let me I'm not sure I want to put it here, but this is like a player move, even though it is kind of part of the picnic mode, because I don't know if I'm going to let you do this like everywhere else in the game. I think that this is going to be limited to here, but I'll put it here anyway. And we'll just make it an actor, and this is going to be the sandbag manager BP, and all it needs to do is essentially exist in the world. Okay. Alright. Now it's going to have some stuff on it that it does. This will be, so let's add a, oops, what am I doing? Instance static mesh, and this will be sandbag instance. And then what we'll do is make a custom event, and this will be, damn it, spawn sandbag. This will be the final one that gets spawned. The placement and all that will be handled differently on the player. I can't do this in 10 minutes, guys. There's no way. There's no way. There's too many things I want to do. Sorry. But this is going to be like a half an hour at least. So you may want to come back later. Spawn sandbag, and then what am I going to do? Okay, well I want to add an instance of this guy. So let's go add instance. And here we go with the transform. So we need a new thing here. This will be spawn location, or nope, let's change that. It's too specific. If we're going to go specific, we'll do the right word, transform. Okay, now here's the other thing. Instances cannot have things happening on them, such as like changing the material and thing. Whatever you do to one happens to all of them. However, they do still have unique IDs. They can still be scaled and moved around independently. They just can't be changed, meaning like anything visually on any one of them. If you adjust a parameter of a material on one, it will happen to all of them. The only thing you can do is a per instance random in the material that will actually generate a new random value for them, and that you can use that, or you can use some world position stuff if you need to do material tricks. For instance, like strings of Christmas lights or something that all want to be instance, but you want to pan a color down the whole thing. You can do that with the material, but in this case, what we want to do is we want to actually create a data table for the sandbag. What it should be is basically each one of these instances. Is this the index? Is this my index? Because I want to also what I want to do is I want to store a list of them here. And by having a list of them, I could go up against the data table and determine which ones have been damaged just by the ID. So every time an ant attacks a sandbag, it will report to the sandbag manager that this particular sandbag ID was hit for this much damage. And then I'll have like a data table of that. So the question is whether or not I think I need that here It's not data table. What am I thinking of? Hang on. Sorry, I don't know, I'm brain farting. It's blueprint structure. So this would be SandBag data, like struct, whatever you want to call that. And then you can add variables here. So this would be current health, right? Max health. Index. Right, so we put index up top. So like at the very least, I think we need that amount, that data. Now, the thing is how we have to do this is it's kind of weird, but we have to, let's add the variable, and we'll call this SandBag data, and we just type here SandBag data struct, okay, and this will be an array of them. So what we may want to do too in the structure, I mean, the question is, I was going to say we could add the current one's transform. I mean, there's lots of information we could do here, because the other thing that we may want or may not want to do with this is save it, right? What if we let the players build their base, they get to like level 5, they get fucking tired and they're bored of it, and or whatever, they're just like, oh my god, if I quit now I have to start all over, this is bullshit, I don't ever want to play this game again. How about if you quit right now, you don't have to start all over, and when you come back in, it's just reload, or I give you a save button on the menu or something, you know? Because if that's the case, then I'm gonna want that information. Right? So its index, its current health, its max health, and its transform seems pretty fine. I mean, all of the rest of the logic can be built off of this. We can say, okay, if the current health is 50% or lower, you start pouring out a little bit of sand. If it's 25% or lower, you start pouring out more sand, and if it's 0, then you just explode, right? Max health can be used for when you repair it, which excuse me, but when it spawns, it should spawn at max health, I would say. So if the max health is 100 because you're level 1, right? Maybe you're level 5 and you've upped your health. So it takes on that, you know? Maybe it gains that, you know, just as an added bonus, you know? Now your SandBag has 200 health, right? So again, I don't want to make Dungeon Defenders, but at the same time, I want to make something that works for this, and this can be kind of cool and fun. So I think that this is actually enough information, but I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to set it all up yet. This is actually a long road, a very kind of a long road. This might even be a 2-part series. I don't want to scare anybody off, but I'm thinking deep on this one, because this is actually getting kind of important. This is, if I'm doing this, like, it's kind of all or nothing. I almost want to skip it right now. Spawn, you know, letting the players play SandBags, because there's so many things, responsibilities that come with that. Of course, I could just do the visual side of it, not worry about all that data shit right now, not worry about the ants doing it, just spawn them out. Maybe we should try that. Let's just get them spawning, right? Fuck it. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'm just gonna pause it and I'll be back instantaneously. But for me, I'm gonna be a little bit fresh-minded, hopefully, because I kind of am confusing myself. I don't know if that happens to anybody else. Okay, I've had a bit of a think. Now that is a scary thing, but in this case, I ain't scared. So, I need a variable. Sure. I'll take that one. First things first, right? We go into placement mode. doesn't really look right, so I'm gonna steal the tick because I think I need it. I don't know how to do this otherwise. And I could do it on kind of a shitty timer, but that's gonna be jerky. All right. Ah, shit. Yeah, well, there it is anyway. Just building it up right now. I'm gonna have to insert stuff in between, I'm sure. I know what to do with tick and all that shit. Now the question is whether or not it would be a wise idea for me to store here a version of the sandbag as a mesh component that's hidden in general, that just unhides to show me where they're going to be placed, and then I feed that transform to the manager, right? That's the idea. But the question is do I want to spawn one here every time I hit the goddamn button? Because that's a hitch, right? I think it's smarter to add one. And it really doesn't make two shits of a difference if it's an instance or not. Sandbag placement, and it's going to straight up be the sandbag. Alright, and hidden in game. It's big. It's big. Okay. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Shouldn't show up. Alright, and then back in the event graph, if I can find it. Whoa. Stop doing that. What we do here and here, so we'll unhide it. I'm not doing the material on it yet, but I'll just place it as it looks right now. That will become unhidden, but then when you release it will become hidden, so we can test that real quick. Not that I really need to, but we'll try it just to make sure. We should see some, I think we'll see some geometry when we hit 4. 4, yeah, see it's right there, and then we let it go, it goes away. Okay, so that's working. Alright, so then what we want to do is go back here. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to do a line trace. I'm only doing this right now but for objects because I kind of have a feeling that shit. Well, I was hoping for I would find landscape, so I can only place this on the cloth. I can do it, but I gotta do it, that's the thing. So let's do it. Let's do it. It's worth it. Yeah, I think everybody should default to block that. That's fine. Okay, that's it. This probably won't show that yet. Maybe if I hit compile. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to look for landscape. However, we got to make sure that this guy's type, I'm assuming it lets me do that. Custom landscape. Well, you can go ahead and ignore other landscapes, I guess. And that'll only let me do it on this cloth, not on the dirt out there, I think. And I shouldn't be able to place it on here. So I think that'll work, but I don't know what's going to happen when it's not seeing something correct, right? But we do know we need to break the hit result. We always have to. But here we go. what is it? Make rotation from X, I think. But it might be from Z. Let's try X first. So we're gonna set I'm assuming set world transform should be fine. We'll split that and then we'll say location rotation. I'm assuming I should probably do this because if we don't hit correctly, I kind of want to at least do something like this. Bad location. That should just, I'll just let that spam out. Okay. Let's get our camera, first person. Oh. Get. See, I couldn't even tell what the hell was there. Get that shit off my screen. Get, well, I suppose I could just get world transform. Because I can just split this. Then I can get location and rotation. Because I need the forward vector. Okay, so that's going to be for now I'll let you place that like 1500 out. Okay. Don't have a way to we're not relaying any information, but I just want to see if it's gonna be there where I'm looking. Let's set to the sandbag placement object, which is now showing. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, it's working, but obviously got a bit of an issue. Okay, this might take a little bit to figure out, but essentially I thought maybe it was from Z, so let's try that instead. It's better. Okay, then when I let go, it's not bad. So I could be like, okay, well, you place it here, and then I think maybe like the first click when I'm in rotate mode will place it, or when I'm in placement mode we'll place it. Also, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hold that damn button because that's frustrating. I don't know how Durlip came out. I like how I have to actually go past the word flip to get to flip-flop. I don't actually give a shit about releasing the key. I'm just going to go in and out of the mode. right? I think that's better. Now I can just hit 4 and I'm in placement mode, right? It goes out pretty far. Yeah, so I don't really have a default distance, I guess, which is actually behaving kind of okay. So you're way out there, you go too high, it stays at that distance, but notice how it's no longer conforming. So I don't know what, maybe if you're looking too far away, it just disappears. Right? See, we're getting bad location because I'm not hitting anything out there. So I could make it so that it disappears when there's a bad location. It's also not caring about this. So I don't know really what I can do about that, but maybe I can, because it is blocking, but I could do overlaps. And on component begin overlap. I really don't want that to be a million trillion miles away from everything else I got. Let's just work up here. Okay, so can you ooh, thunder. We got a cold storm coming. I'm gonna hit save here. I get scared. Hang on. Okay, that's fine. Hang on. Wait, triggering overlaps along the way. That's a bad location when I hit that. I mean, the other option is to have it just be out like, 5 feet in front of me and I can just move around where I want it to be, But I don't really like that. I'd rather, have it be something like this. Maybe its yaw is the same as yours, because it is kind of spazzing out in that, right? I think that's fair, that its yaw should be taken from yours, from your control rotation, so let's do that. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. But we need to do this. We need to split the rotation. Because that means we got to split that. So the pitch and the roll will come from the normal of the ground, from its z, which is better than x. I'll get rid of that, I don't care, but I may want to do something there. But the yaw, I mean, I kind of want to split that, but then I'm going to lose that. I'd have to split this and then connect 3 and shit. The hell with it. We'll just take the yaw from our control rotation. That should allow me to get it pretty much in any position for the most part that I want. But whether or not it's user friendly, I don't know. Okay, well, we got an issue here. Oh. No. There's something weird going on. Was any of that to do? Nope. Alright. Just make it, I know I get those errors and they kinda, I should get rid of them, but what the hell happened? Thing is that, well, no, see, I only should be tracing against landscape, but the question is whether or not I'm tracing against the damn sandbag itself. But yeah, it's weird. It seems to be updating okay. But notice how, well, no, because it moves. Notice that. Like, if it was hitting the sandbag, right now it would be hitting the sandbag, and if I moved it up, it wouldn't even really move. But it does. It moves away from me when I move up just a little bit. So it ain't hitting the goddamn sandbag. But why is it acting so spazzy when I set its yaw? See, like right there, there's no movement. And it's not registering any collisions. It's weird though. Look at that. Why? The roll. That's freaking weird, huh? I'm not real sure. But I really, how about, how about I just use my actor's rotation? Okay, though. It's so obscenely weird. By my setting the rotation. How is the... I'm gonna run that through anyway. How is that in any way affecting the... Am I possibly getting... Am I possibly getting this based on some kind of jackass math of the world versus local? World space, thank you. World space. World transform. I don't get why. Okay, how about this? How about I do it one after the other? Maybe that'll help? And you can lick my bung? Let's not do anything with rotation at all right now. Let's see if possibly we are tracing maybe I should be showing the trace, huh? Now I'm gonna go ahead and say that feels actually ultimately smooth. It truly does. And it's actually taking on my control rotation. So essentially, all I need to do, I think, maybe is just rotate the mesh like that. Yeah, that works pretty good. Okay, now it's not taking on the roll and everything. So let's see. How can we get that math right? This will come after. I just want to take this in as it was, but it's being set after, not at the same time. Yeah, already way better. Except for some reason I still don't feel like I'm getting that roll, so let's see, hang on. I'm kind of thinking I need that. This is a ballsy, completely random guess math move that I do quite often. I wouldn't say ballsy, but these are these random things. Maybe if I add them, and if that don't work, I'll try subtracting them. If that don't work, I'll multiply them. That's a little weird, but how does... It's still not affecting the stickery, so hang on. Let's not add anything. Let's just go straight here, and let's see how the stickery is to the normal of the ground. I mean, I want to say it's alright, but you also got to keep in mind that it's right? Like, the player can do that. And because it's based on its center point. The only thing that we could do would be to try to average 3 points of normals, which is stupid. It's just not worth it. I'd rather just let him place it. Oh shit, I forgot I could... Oh, you little shits. You go, where are you going? Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. Oh, wait. Oh, you're going through it. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not going nowhere, buddy. Oh, did I piss him off? Somebody's pushing me. Am I pushing myself? Can I push myself? Okay, well, I'm not even getting that, I was kind of hoping to get this feedback here. You know? But is this thing set to collide? And does it have collision? Complex. Which isn't good, but it should collide. The answer is yes. If it's set, doesn't generate overlap, let's do both. Nope, nothing yet, because when that happens, well, hang on, let's just do this. Hopefully that doesn't spam out like permanently. Colliding. Let me fiddle it around right here. Does it collide with me? No. Does it collide with any of that? Does it collide with a fucking spider? Well, what does it actually collide with when it works? These guys? Oh, it's picking up the goddamn ammo. That's funny. That's awesome. Look, listen, click, click. It picks it up. Well, it collides with that. But why not that? Because this should work. How do I do that? How do I do that? How do I do that? What do you collide with? Well, see, that's the thing. I'm doing overlap, you know? Doesn't that count as block overlap? I'm doing overlap events. Let's say overlap all. Okay, not colliding, colliding. Not colliding. Colliding. Wilson, I like it. Alright, so that's good. Now let's see if that works. I can't see why it wouldn't, but colliding, yeah. Colliding with the apple pie. I don't know if the apple pie has collision. It sure as hell does. Is that exactly what's missing? Yeah, that's exactly what's missing. Wait, hang on. Was I hitting the fucking plate? Hang on. So nothing, 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 and yeah, no, that's it. It has to generate overlap events. So anything I want to make sure that doesn't, I can't build on. Make sure they all generate overlap events, I think. Even pre-existing ones. Try that. And let's find this material. Okay, it's not a PVR one. Statics materials. I almost don't want to do this in here, but I'm gonna. M placement master. Well, essentially, I'll hold V, click. That's going to be a vector parameter. This will be color. Let's go ahead and default that to green. We need a fernal. All right, let's I guess translucent. Yep. Power. Okay. Go here. All right. Okay, hang on. I gotta get one out. Well, no, I got one. Get this one. Let me give this one that material. So I kind of tweak that a little bit. I don't really want to make an instance out of it, like so I go through and tweak all this. Just kind of want to fix this here real quick. So, okay. Let's loosen it up a little bit. I mean, I think that's probably a little ugly. Question is, because I do actually have so we need to convert this to a parameter. And we'll call that normal. Okay, so we need to swap that out. So we get more detail out of it. Right, that looks better. Okay, so now we can probably pull that stuff back. Maybe we could try, I don't know if I really want to try additive, because it might be too, might just get lost out here. I mean, it is unlit, you know, so it's going to show up pretty good anywhere, I think. Okay, so I'll try additive. Like I said, I think against the white it's just going to get lost. Yeah, it'd be pretty goddamn tough to see what you're doing there, right? It's not cool. So we won't go additive, we'll go translucent. What we'll do is we'll throw that in opacity. That's equally as difficult to see. So let's tune that back a little bit. Interesting. Surface translucent unlit. Emissive opacity. That was like 0.6 looked completely see-through. So does 0.8. How is that? Is that just me? That looks completely see-through. Is it because of the... But... And why is my glancing angles different when I look fucking from the bottom to the top? Is that because of the normals? What kind of horse weird shit is that? I'm looking straight at it. And essentially kind of looking straight here. Is straight at it clear or not? Because that's like straight at that. This is friggin' confusing. I don't get Fresnel sometimes. I don't get this either. How am I clamping this opacity here at a minimum of 0.8? That's so weird that the clamp isn't working. Yeah. No, I gotta clamp this shit, goddammit. There's no way around it. There's just no way. Or I lerp. 0.8. Why am I playing? Damn it, it's gonna move my camera and everything. I didn't mean to hit play. Oopsies. Hey. Hey. I hit it while it was saving or something too. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna pause. Okay, I think what's happening is that... Because I just plugged in a straight value here and I'm still seeing like a lot of clear and not clear, which is totally weird. How about I just put that in there and that in there. Okay, now let's just look at what we're doing with opacity. Okay, that's feasible, but it's a little sharp looking. But I would like it like maybe a little bit easier to see. So the color I think is okay. Let's try this in opacity. Gone. 0 and 1 clamped. Oh, well, we can't do that for sure. Kind of hard to see. Really hard to tell if it's in the ground and whatnot. Okay, it's clamping 0 to 1. You should wipe out almost all the data. Yeah. Almost like that better. Let's go with that for now. I don't want to spend a million years on that shit. Can I... Because I kind of want to do this, but then I got to set visibility on in construction or something. It's just really gross looking. How's my event graph? Okay, it's right here. Okay, so on this guy we also need on end overlap. Whoa, whoa! Crazy. Getting all crazy on me. Okay. I guess we do the same thing. And then that should be not colliding. So on begin play, that's interesting. I'm not even using it. So we need to create a material instance and then promote that to a variable, and we'll call this placement mat. We'll store that right up in the beginning. This doesn't need any kind of server stuff or anything like that. Compile. Okay. Over here we get our SandBag placement object. Actually, no, we don't need to do that. We get our placement mat and we say set vector parameter value. This will be color. And that'll be red. Okay, and then we'll do back to green. Forgot that target there. It's okay. Compile, 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 compile. Oh! Zip sign off. Thanks for watching.